Hello there guys, Aaron Chandler here for Forever Football, your Doncaster Rovers content. Doncaster Rovers 1, Rochdale 0. Not the most comfortable, you know, it's like we were eating a delicate sandwich, and in some parts we felt like we had a bit of concrete slab in between the ham sandwich. But I tell you what, as soon as we sort of took away the uncomfortability of the game, we took the concrete out of the sandwich, and we had a nice delicate ham sandwich from Waitrose. So, you know, it was uncomfortable in parts, it was quite cagey, especially in the first half, but overall we got the 3 points. And sometimes, as someone said in the live stream comments, you don't always have to win with incredible football. Sometimes you can take 3 points without playing incredibly sometimes, and you know what, that's what potential champions do, so I'll take that. Obviously, big team news was of course Joe Wright back on the bench. That was a big one. I thought it was going to be out for another week. And also, don't forget, Grieves starting in the midfield. Big team news that. So overall it was Balcom in goal, Halliday at right back, John at left back, Butler and captain Tom Anderson in the centre. In the midfield it was Matt Smith and Anthony Grieves, Richards at cam, Simio's on the left, Taylor on the right, and Okunabiri up front. Now I will say straight off the bat, Okunabiri up front, I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it, because again, he had a couple of chances and he didn't take them. He is better. I said it in the last review against Swindon. He is our Marcus Rashford. He's our winger, not a striker. He's wasted as a number 9 in my opinion. But, I mean, we didn't have much choice, did we? John Jules is injured. We haven't got another out-and-out striker. Hopefully we do get an out-and-out striker before Saturday. But probably unlikely, but I hope we do. Anthony Grieves, that's a big talking point tonight, because obviously homegrown talent, first 90 minutes under his belt in a Rovers shirt in the professional team, in the proper league, men's league, professional league. And you know what? He made a few mistakes, you know, made some cagey errors, useful errors, inexperience problems, but you know what? He put in some wild tackles, a couple of them were fouls, but, you know, not afraid to get stuck in, and that's what we want from a midfielder. So he has got the qualities to be a big, huge first team star for us in the future, hopefully when we're a Championship/Premier League club. But I think Anthony Grieves definitely has potential to be a good starter in the future. He just needs extra minutes coming off the bench for like 10-20 minutes in other games this season, and maybe he might earn a starting place next season in a more of a full-time basis. Tom Anderson, in my opinion, man of the match. It was tough between him, Balcom and Halliday, but I think Tom Anderson, Captain Tom, wears the Superman's cape again, man of the match. That block in the second half, that was a lifesaver. That was like throwing one of those life-saving rinks that you throw into when you're in the sea and you get the Royal Coast Armoury throwing the thing into the sea. We'll save you, pal. We'll save you. He saved us with that performance block. And I think, you know what, Balcom as well. What would we do without Ellery Balcom, man? That Swindon goal we couldn't do much about last week, but I'll tell you something now. Balcom in goal, I swear to God, that guy is amazing. That guy works miracles. That guy works miracles big time. And, you know, I think a few good saves from him kept that from being, 2-1, 3-1 the other way. Because Rochdale did have a few good chances. And overall, it was just a case of cancelling each other out attack-wise with our defence. And our defence was stronger than Rochdale's. The goal itself then, the Taylor goal. It was a great assisting sort of ball in. It came off Richards in the end, and then Taylor sweeps it in under the keeper, and 1-0. Good goal in the end, and it was a goal that we deserved. Because in the first half, like I said, we were cagey. We were cagier than an octagon fight. We had a cagey first half mainly, and then we sort of grew back into it, got the pressure on, kept demanding lots of Rochdale, and we got the goal from it. And the defending in the first half from us was quite good. Grieves gave the ball away a few times, but again, it's those mistakes that's going to come with time to learn about. Second half, very 50-50. Rochdale came back into it a lot in the second half, a lot more in the second half, and our defence was able to deal with it. So overall, wasn't pretty, but I'll take the 3 points. So let's go through the player ratings then. So let's start with our starting 11, then we'll go into the substitutes. Of course, we made 3 substitutes. We brought off Taylor for Lakilo, we brought off Richards for Williams, and we brought on Danny Amos to replace Simios. So let's talk about my player ratings. So Let's start with Balcom. I'm going to give him an 8. I think he would have kept it from being a victory in the second half. So Balcom, in my opinion, gets an 8. Halliday, in fact, no, we're going to start at left back. So John, I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give him his juice today. I'm going to give him a 7. I think he had a lot more physicality, better play, didn't give the ball away a lot compared to previous games. I think overall he is learning day after day in that left back position. So John gets a 7 from me, but I'd like to see him at centre back at some point. Next up in the centre back role, speaking of the centre back role, Butler next up. I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8 as well. I think that Butler did really well in defence, put in some good blocks. Overall, did very good. Anderson, I'm going to give him a 9. Brilliant defensive performance, man of the match, Captain Tom. Couldn't say any more than that. Halliday at right back, I'm going to give him an 8 as well. He was brilliant in that defence, really, really good. And overall, I think Halliday from back to front, from front to back, amazing. Complete defensive and attacking performance. Got right in there, not afraid to put a tackle in, and overall Halliday's been a wonderful player for us over the last year or so. Going into the centre midfield position now, Matt Smith gets a 6 from me. I think it's a high 6 though, going into a 7. He did put himself about a bit in the first half, and the second half was a bit 50-50, but apart from that, I think Smith had an okay performance. Next up, Anthony Grieves. Again, I'm going to give him a 6, but we're not going to criticise him too much because he is young, still needs time to learn, but there's good potential in him. Even though he gave the ball away a few times, and there were some wild challenges that gave away some good set pieces for Rochdale in good positions a couple of times, overall, he's not afraid to get stuck in, and I like that from Grieves. So I think he's a good player for the future, but needs more time coming off the bench for the last 10-20 minutes in games now for the rest of the season. Maybe give him 1 or 2 more starts, but get him back on the training pitch, learn from the mistakes, and just get him going again. Because the more he gets involved with the first team, the more he's going to learn and the more he gets better. So we can only expect the best from Grieves. So onwards and upwards with him. Let's go into the wing position now, starting off on the left with Simios. I'm going to give him a 7. Overall, skillful, creative, tried his best. Gave the ball away a couple of times, but apart from that, I'd give him 7 out of 10 with that. Taylor on the right wing, I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Apart from the goal, put himself about a bit, loads of pace, and just a good performance overall. Nothing too spectacular, but a good performance. Richards gets a 7 as well. Physical, attacking, demanding, almost got a goal in the first half, just curled it wide, but it was good movement to turn his man the other way around, and then just nod inside, get it curled, and it was just wide. So it was a poor. Unfortunately, I wanted it to be a goal. I so wanted it to be a goal, but overall, physical, demanding, attacking. Could wish for more from Richards. And then finally, Okudabiri, I'm going to give him a 6. Not really on goal as much, and needs to go back on that wing position if I was him. Next up, the substitutes. We're going to go with Lakilo first. I'm going to give him a 7. Came on, demanded well. Very physical, very creative, very fast, and overall did alright when he came on. Williams gets a 6, held the ball up a couple of times, put himself about a bit to try and control the game in the midfield, but overall nothing too bad about him. And then looking at Danny Amos coming on, I'm going to give him a 6 as well. Not enough time to show what he's made of. So that's the player ratings. Now, to end the video, we have to look at the next game. What could we do against West Ham United? I know a lot of Donny fans are confident about this, and I'm one of them. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a result against West Ham United, because West Ham... And I was saying this in the live stream, actually, at some point during the first half or before the game started, I think. We like to play from the back, and Rochdale were pressing at us. And you know what? I think West Ham will do the same. I think West Ham will immediately start pressing if we start playing from the back. So we have to be cautious when we play from the back. We can't give balls away because they will lead to chances. You know, this isn't League One. This is a Premier League team. We have to be careful if we give the ball away. We have to get it back straight away. I trust our defence to do a good job, and pray that it's good enough. And Hopefully we do get a result. I will do a proper preview on Friday, so stay tuned for that video. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we will have a decent showing in the FA Cup against West Ham. That will be on the BBC iPlayer, so I will be on the phone for the live stream, which means it will be a better live streaming quality. And for now, guys, that is this match review. Stay tuned for the preview for the West Ham game on Friday. I will put out a Dear FC Daily Reports video sometime either tomorrow or the day after. And for now, guys, my name is Aaron Chalner from Forever Football. We got the win. Let's move on to West Ham. And that, my friends, is full time.